Okay, let's go. This is mostly going to be finding plays. I mean, I haven't done it in a couple days here just because Bitcoin's been down or it's been a little bit weak, and you can see it here on the chart here that I've got up. What is this? Yeah, I got the daily chart up. So currently, if you look at the AI dashboard here, this is Engineering Robo AI. This doesn't come out until next week, by the way, or sorry, next month. So don't go looking for it right now. As soon as it comes out, I'll let you know. This is a friend of mine that I've supported him for the last couple of years. He does have another product out there called Engineering Robo Deluxe, and it is a good product, but this is probably the one you're going to be looking for just because it has AI elements and, everybody wants AI right now. So currently, I can show you what's going on with it at least. I have drawn here it's kind of like it's not really a rising wedge, it's more like a rising triangle where each time it hits support, it wants to push back up against the resistance here. So there's a chance we could still go up and not fall over first. I mean, I'm open to either scenario because this really is just like a 50-50 proposition. Nobody really knows what's going to happen with it short term. Long term, we know it's macro bullish, obviously. The bullish line here is my line in the sand. I've talked about it before. And as long as we're above it, I'm good. I'm not worried about it. But as soon as we get below it, I think there's reason to believe that it could dip more, at least to support here one more time. So either this is a distribution pattern or it's just a reaccumulation type pattern or a sideways pattern before it gains more strength to push to the upside again. I do think a larger dip will take place this year, and typically it does happen in the summer, but we'll just have to see. I mean, a lot of things are a little bit different this time as far as ETF approval, and rates are already up, whereas before when we were pumping in 2021, rates were really low. So, things have kind of flip-flopped in that respect. Currently, this is kind of a weak signal, even though it is showing bearish on the AI social intelligence score. It's a 3 red. That's kind of the lowest score you can have on either side, whether it's red or green. So it doesn't necessarily mean that we're just going to go straight down, because you can see here that the USDT dominance is bearish. And if smart money could buy this, they would be out. That's what this says right here. But currently people are, smart money is risk on for Bitcoin and risk on for others, and actually risk on for DXY as well. Others, by the way, is the top, it's all altcoins except for the top 10 market cap, including Bitcoin. Bitcoin and ETH aren't included in that as well. And of course, the USDT dominance is the exact inverse, or it's almost the exact inverse. You can see it's correlation 0.81, negative 0.81. If it was exact opposite, then it would be exactly -1 of Bitcoin here. So not much volatility currently on anything. It's just kind of going sideways. And then if you look at the 3-hour, I can't remember if there's any more information there. We've got a free indicator here called the ARDI. If you look it up on your indicators that we like to use, and currently it is bullish on the 3-hour. But yeah, on the 3-hour at least for multi-time frame for Bitcoin and most of the altcoins is bearish. And then it's neutral for USDT dominance, which I really feel like USDT dominance is tether dominance, whatever you want to call it, is important. It just gives a different view instead of just looking at Bitcoin all the time. But yeah, I mean, I really like this triangle that I have drawn here. And that's what I'm going to be watching mostly. If there's a daily candle close below this, then I definitely think lower prices are possible. And if there's a candle above it, then I think, a pump is more possible first. So the way I'm playing it currently, my strategy is I'm mostly in the market. I'm like 80% in the market, and I've got 20% cash. I would feel good either way. Obviously, I want to see it move up, but just in case it goes down, I'd still feel fine that I could buy a dip, All right, let's move on. I don't think I really want to talk about any specific coin. I want to look and see if we can find a play or two here, because we haven't looked at it in a while. So let's do this. Trying to think of which way I want to go with it. I guess we can start with the usual way we do it. So here's token inflow. This is the last 24 hours for smart money. I don't look at the first page. You can get this free on Nansen, by the way. You can use Nansen freely just for this portion. I think there may be a couple other things you can use, but once you click through to see what smart money is doing in these plays, it's not going to give you any information. You actually have to, subscribe for it. And I do have a thing below if you are interested in buying the yearly subscription that you can get a 10% discount. Okay, so let's see if we can find anything here. I'm really looking for tokens that I've seen recently or ones that are just completely new to me. I've seen somebody talking about this one lately, this SPCT, but I think it's up quite a bit. FET, ENS. I remember that one, TRUF. I'd like to find something that is under maybe 10 million. That would be nice. TokenFi is a really good project, but it's already over 1 billion. So I don't think I'm gonna mess with it. Good long-term play though. It's the team with Floki. Some of you may know what Floki is. They are involved with that one. This is in. I don't know if that one's ready to go again, but we played that for like a 300% gain at one point. Oh, SUKU hasn't been around for a while. That's interesting. So now I'm getting down into the 10,000, 9,000 range. Not a whole lot of money going into these just yet, but we could still look at some of them. Bread, I think, was a base play maybe. Nansen's starting to add some of the base ecosystem on here, which is good. But I think they've got some work left to do. Oh, MOBY. That's another one that we played. I wonder if it's ready again. Rio, yeah, I don't know about that one. Not many of these low. I've heard about ZEUS lately. Let's see what that one's doing. There's just not many that are under 10 million. Might have to look at it a different way. We'll look at note, that looks okay. ENQAI is showing up again. Maybe it's ready to go. We'll look at it as well. So let's go up here. Where am I looking? I want to look at just new tokens, and I'm trying to remember where I go for that. I don't know why. I'm drawing a blank. Thought I had it on my dashboard. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so these are just new tokens, and last 24 hours there's been, so this one's had 2 new smart money joiners, but it has a total of 4 smart money. I bet it's already gone up though. We can look at it. Sometimes these have already pumped, but maybe we'll find 1 or 2. LANDWOLF, I think we looked at that one not too long ago, maybe last video. And this over here is real interesting to me. If you do subscribe to Nansen, which some people in our Discord do, and if you're interested in joining our Discord, you can look there in the description below and join us. But if you look at this in real time and you already have wallets that you follow, you can find ones in here that, let me just find one for you, like right there. So you can find what they're buying. This one only bought wrapped ETH, so it's no big deal. Here they bought Ondo. Anyway, you can see that this is in real time. So this was 2 minutes ago, 3, 4, 9 minutes, 10. You just kind of see what people are buying currently. I've noticed virtual popping up a couple of times last few days. Okay, I think we've got maybe enough there. Here's one named DOBO. Maybe we'll just look at that one too. All right, so what I'm looking at And they've made it a lot simpler now where you don't actually have to go to the smart money tab if you don't want to. You would just click the smart money deal right here. And over the last 24 hours, there's a couple of wallets that have bought, or you can do over the last 7 days. But I really like to click through. This one's fairly new. Yeah, it's March. Oh, this is one of the ones we were following. Yeah. So we've got this one in our group. I think it was one that we went over at one point. Been a lot of buying lately. It's hard to tell what the price is doing with all those volume bars there. So let's do this. I think I already have this one. Yeah, there it is. So here's my chart for ARCX. It's kind of in no man's land here, but you could consider this a place to accumulate as long as it stays above the support line. One way we play it is we get very bullish if we get a daily close above the bullish line. If it loses it and somebody wants to get out and be very careful, they could, but you may get this choppy action right around it because this line is drawn from a higher time frame, so it could interact with it multiple times. But you could accumulate when it gets down to support, and then if daily candle closes below support, just get out completely and just wait till it gets back above. So that's just being risk averse, not staying in a token till it goes down 90% or whatever. And sure, if it's on a DEX, you have to endure some taxes selling it both ways, or your ETH fees, whatever. But maybe it's better for you than taking a big loss. And we have noticed, like if I bring up Sturdy here, it's one I talk about often. I think we got in this one maybe somewhere here, and it kept going down, but it eventually found its way and pumped back up. And I think it did like a 3 to 5x somewhere in there. So just understand that a lot of these tokens aren't rug pulls. You are going to run into some of them, especially if you're playing a lot of degen meme plays. But the ones we play aren't generally like that. These that I make calls on. Yeah, so that's ARCX, and yeah, just not much to say about it right now. I don't think so anyway. It's mostly going sideways. Yeah. I could see it just keep going sideways and then be ready to pump out of here. Tokens will do one of two things. Either once they've had a pretty good run up, they're either going to come down and go sideways, or they're just going to keep going down 90% and then be ready to go. Sideways longer means a bigger pump. If it has a really sharp downtrend, then it'll probably recover halfway, go sideways a little bit, and then pump again. Generally, you're not going to see them stay down there for too long unless we're talking about macro price action during a bear market or something. If it's a new token, usually within 2 to 4 weeks, it's going to do some kind of pump from what we've seen. And it's 50-50. You're either going to get something that pumps right away, or you're going to get something that has to go down first. And there's no way you're going to know that. You can try to vet the teams and find the best plays, but even then, doesn't mean they're just going to go straight up. This one actually doesn't look too bad, SPCT. I bet it's been going up a bit though. Spectra chain. This could be a play. So one of our best wallets is in it, but they bought, let's see how far back they bought. Yeah, they bought way back here. This is one thing to take into consideration. If they bought way back here when it was like, whatever it is, 0.005, and now they're up a 10x, you probably don't want to be buying at that point. You want to wait for it to, I don't even think they take profits yet though. You probably want to wait until it has some kind of correction, but I can look at that one real quick too. I mean, if it looks interesting, I'm at least going to take a look at the chart. Yeah, this actually looks a lot like ARCX, that either this is a lower high and it comes back down a little bit, or it just goes sideways. I don't have the lines on this one yet. It's the first time I'm looking at it. So I think it could be a good one in the future, but I think let's skip it for now. This one, ENS. I'm really looking for smart money wallets that I can trust. And if I don't see anything here that I've followed, then I'm probably just going to skip it. Truth is brand new, roughly, well, It's brand new within 15 days, I think, anyway. There is one in it, and he just bought it, so that's not bad. TRUF, Truf. Oh yeah, I heard about this one, Truflation. We'll look at the MEXC. I mean, if I was looking at this one and just to do some really quick lines, I would say something like that. It's really tight. Well, no, actually, I'd bring the support down here. So I'd say something like this, support. And then if it gets over this line, then it's bullish. Yeah, so 58 cents roughly and 50 cents. Maybe even drag it down to here, honestly. What would that look like? Yeah, that's better. I like that better. I've started to get a little bit more conservative with these lines, so even this wick right here may be accurate. Though I could see this right there too. I don't know. It's really hard when they're new like this. It has lost this support from these two candlesticks that created kind of like a pincer. So if it loses that, then that becomes resistance, and it's probably coming back down to here, most likely. So I'm not really interested in that one right now, just because of that. But I really do think that could be a good one in the future. Okay, we have two. Well, there's one good fund in this one. Somebody bought this one today, so it's worth looking at. Wrapped Minima. I think somebody in the group asked about this one before. I get more excited. I get more excited about these that are down like this sometimes, but I don't like that it's up so much. It looked pretty good at first when I was looking at a close-up. Yeah, that's a 26x there. So if you see a 26x or like, 20x, something like that, especially a 50x, it's going to need some type of retracement. And we could even say, maybe it comes down 50%. Well, it actually did already hit the golden pocket once, but I would suspect that it's going to come down here to about 14 cents first. And what I would normally do is just right click there, hit alert, and then type in buy that one right around there. So yeah, I'm not interested in it right now, but I do like to put these little alerts on there. That way I don't have to watch every token, right? I can just let it alert me naturally. Let's see what Zen is doing. It had one of our favorite wallets in it at one time, but this was like 6 weeks ago, I believe. Yeah, there's nobody in it right now. Yeah, it's really been doing nothing, just hugging the bottom there. I could bring up the chart though, because I already have it saved. I'd be really interested in it if it did this right here. If it got over that bullish line. Daily candle above there would be good. Nothing yet though. Okay, SUKU. Oh wow, this one already pumped, didn't it? Maybe. No, nothing here. A friend of mine used to play this one a lot. Actually, he's in our group. I forgot. Rod is in our group. Yeah, I don't know. Oh wait, this is completely different. This isn't the same one. This one's SUKU World. I don't know what that is. But anyway, nobody in it that we know. LFG is up a lot. Nobody in it. Okay, MOBY. Maybe we got somebody in this one. No, nobody in this one, but I do have a chart. Let's just see what it looks like. Sometimes these are good plays regardless. Like we do a lot of TA in our group. It's not just about smart money. What's going on with this? That's weird. I guess it got removed from something. Yeah, I mean, this wouldn't be a bad place to buy, honestly, but I don't know. Who knows how long it could take to pump back out of here. So just not interested in it. It went up a little bit. We made some off of it. I think maybe we did 200% on it, but yeah, it's not interesting enough. I'd rather find something. There's so many plays out there that you could do. ZEUS has one person in it, but they bought today, so I guess we could look at it. Maybe we get in something early. If this is the right one, I have to make sure first. Let's see. So it's under 1,000,013 cents. No, that's not the right one. Sometimes if I can't figure these out, I just give up. And move on to the next one. Okay, let's just skip that one. Note. Okay, so a fund is in it. Actually, there's a lot of funds in this one. Oh, it's an older token. Okay. I feel like I've looked this one up before. No, there's no liquidity on that one. Okay, skip that one then. ENQAI, we've been playing this one. It's down quite a bit as well. This seems like a really good project, by the way, if you're not in this one. Okay, one of our wallets bought it today. Maybe it's ready to go again. And you know, we don't do just long-term plays in there. It's a lot of it short-term because of smart money. We've made a lot of money off of doing these short-term plays. It's not a bad place. I mean, it could still come down to the bullish line. I mean, it could even come down to this. I had the fibs pulled on it. It could even come down to you know, the support line here. So what's your drawdown risk if you were to buy? Drawdown to the bullish line is 30% and then 50 down to support. I don't know. You could wait till it got bullish again. I mean, you could even set yourself maybe an alert right there around 55 cents. That way you didn't have to wait on it. If you bought now and then it dipped, then now your money's tied up. So I could see waiting on that. It's fine. APUFF. I don't think anybody's in it that we know. No. I'm curious about it though. It's a weird name. Well, if that's the right one, then it's down quite a bit. 40%. It could go down more though. Oh, 1.5. No, not the right one. Okay, let's skip it then. Some of these tokens are repeats of other tokens. A lot of wallets in this one. What is this? Oh, DEAI. Yeah, that's a good one. So this is one that some of our members were able to get in early, if it's the one I'm thinking of, if it's 0 layer or 01. Yeah, 01 token. Okay. Yeah, mostly sideways on this one. I mean, it's bearish currently. Let's see what the 3 hour is. I mean, as long as it holds the bullish line there, that's not a bad buy because you know, you want to buy it as close to the line as you or the bullish line as you can. 10% drawdown risk. If you got a daily candle below, you could just get out, I suppose. So what did it go up? It's down 50%, and the initial move from here was 200%. So it hasn't done a whole lot yet. I can look at market cipher and just see what smart money's doing. I mean, not smart money, money flow. Yeah, VWAP's turning down, so it could come down a little bit more. But it's turning up there. I mean, it's a decent risk if you're willing to get out if it closes the daily below the bullish line. You know, if you're, unless you're just wanting to hold it long term, you know, this is some support, but this is still a new token, so you can't just automatically assume that this support's going to hold either. I don't know. I'd probably wait on this one. If I was going to set an alert, I'd probably put it here. It needs to get back over this line right there. You know, for verifiable bullishness anyway. Let's see, LANDWOLF. I guess this is a meme coin. I'm not sure. Yeah, some have bought it. Oh, this one has a lot of supply. It's got trillions and billions of numbers in here. Yeah, I'm not really interested in that one. It's already gone up so much. How much did it go up? Yeah, 36x. So, I mean, it could keep pumping, but I just don't like the risk on things like this. It's not worth it for me. Virtual. I've noticed a couple of people buying this one today, and it is one we've played before. It's a good project, actually. Okay, one of our wallets is in it. Oh, actually two, and yeah, that's it, two. And there's a fund right there that has a lot of it. I don't know if I have a chart for this one though. No. Yeah, this one's been mostly up. Seems like I should have just kept holding it when I bought it before. 21x, yeah. Could go 30, could go 40, but I mean, it is bullish, obviously. But I'm just, you know, that could end up being a triple top. I can't do it. Too risky. And then I got Doge Peep here. I haven't heard of this one. Dope. Oh, dopamine. That's a good project. Somebody in our group likes that one. Well, I'm not sure that I can find the chart on this one unless I go to DEX tools, and maybe I will. Maybe this is the right contract. And what I would normally do here is I would just look and see, oh wow, this one's heavily diluted. This may be oh, I can't see the price, never mind. So since I can't verify this, I don't know that it's the right one. It could be a good buy, I don't know. It could just be well, there is locked liquidity, very little though. This thing's under 100K market cap, it's just not worth it. So looks like ARCX was the only winner out of this one as far as a possibility. You know, Ink AI looked pretty good too. But I'm trying to think if I'd like to find you a good token while I have everybody watching here. It's not easy to find them sometimes. Here's somebody that bought Looks. That is one we're in currently. Let's just see. I mean, it looks bullish to me. No pun intended. There is somebody that took profit. Oh, this person jumps in and out a lot anyway, this fund, so I don't care that they took profit there. Okay, this one's under 1 million. Looks like a meme coin. Yeah, sometimes you look through here and you just don't find anything. This doesn't look terrible though. Big volume candle. I wish there was a smart money in it. I'd feel better about it. I mean, there are smart money in here, but not ones that I'm familiar with anyhow. I'd have to look through them and see if they're profitable. You can look at it though. Doge Bonk, is that new? No, it's not new. It's actually not terrible. I know it looks bad. Doesn't look the greatest. You know, what if it comes out of here and just does a cup? You know, does something like that. It's low risk anyway. I mean, you could just, you know, get out of it if it ended up here under 0014. Could look at this as a falling wedge, breakout on RSI. What else? Needs to get back above 0032. So if you at least got that out of it, you'd get a 2x. Need to look at this. Hang on. I want to look at DEX tools because I need to see if it's locked and some other things. This is really the most promising one, believe it or not, even though the chart doesn't look great. Oh, that kind of looked like the other one we looked at. But look at that volume candle. I mean, that's kind of what's got me interested in it. It's about half the volume that this put in back here. But that's weird that it got sold right off. I guess maybe some people were stuck in it and needed to get out. So 705K locked liquidity with a market cap of the same number. I mean, they're just trying to play off the bonk meme, really. They have a Twitter. Yeah, there it is. And not super active, but it is a meme coin. I mean, you'd at least like to see an active. I don't like that they're following a bunch of people, and I mean, this is about even. I mean, you could take a risk here if you wanted to, but I kind of get the feeling it's just going to keep going sideways now that I looked at that. Maybe we'll just look at a couple of more of these real-time plays. CHEX, what is it doing? 87, it's already gone up. I guess it could keep going. We'll look at CHEX. Yeah, this one's got a lot of money in it right here, but let's see where he bought. Oh yeah, he bought way down there, didn't he? Well, no, he's not up a whole lot, is he? He's up 2x currently. Okay, so we can look at this one. I think this is one we went over in a recent video too, now that I remember. And I probably didn't take the trade because it was just, going straight up only. Yeah, it's almost up 10x. It's hard to jump into something like that for me. I think it will come back down fairly soon. So yeah, not really interested in that one. You'll notice that I'm kind of conservative on this stuff. I'd rather wait for it to come down. And I'll give you a really good example other than Sturdy, talked about that one before, but if you look at UNITAO, I did buy this one higher, but now it's what I saw before was it was breaking out. I waited for this and then it broke out and I bought it about right here. And we talked about it in our group and then all of a sudden it fell off the cliff. But it seems like it's building market structure again, possibly. Needs to get back above 0465, something like that. And it could be working on that. But if it does, then once it gets above this line again, reclaim support, I think it could come up here to TP1. And that's, well, that would actually be a pretty surprising move now that I look at it. From here, that's, yeah, I doubt it does a 40x. I could see it for sure hitting this line, maybe hitting this one. So it could do a 10x still. I just needed to hold that secondary support. I'm still in it, by the way. I think I bought somewhere right in here on the second buy. I'm still holding this buy from up here, and then I bought here. Yeah, I mean, there's just not much to play right now for whatever reason. You got two purchasers of HAI. I actually did see this one pop up a night or two ago. Maybe we'll look at that one. They could be buying it because it's sold off a lot, kind of like UNITAO did. Yeah, there's one of our, well, no, they got out of it, didn't they? Here's somebody with some conviction. Oh, that's a high balance wallet. It may be one to look at. So, sometimes when you're looking at tokens, you could just look over here and at their actual wallet and see if they have been accumulating, if they've been profitable. This one definitely looks profitable. Maybe look at some of their plays and see where they got in at. I'm just opening the wallet profiler for token. And yeah, they clearly got in good there. Got in good there. Yeah, they even sold well here, sold into the pump. So this seems like a pretty good wallet. Maybe it's one I'll look at again. But this gives me more confidence on haptic AI here. Let's just see if maybe we can find a good play before we get out of here. Okay, yeah, I like this. I mean, a lot of people look at this and say, well, why are you buying something down so far? Isn't that a rug? I don't really look at them that way. I think that there's very few rugs out there. And, it could be rejecting here still, so maybe it's not the greatest play just yet. I would prefer to see it pop out of here, but, if it does hold this line, like if I was to put a line right there and call that support, then that's basically, I think this is a pretty good risk, honestly, because, it did break above the line and it came back down and it's retesting it. And if it falls back through, then just get out of it. But, even though there is an AI sell here, it's on an hourly chart. I can't put too much faith in it because, it's a fairly new token. From the top, it is down 71%, and it did go down 80% at one point. It can go 90% or 98%. So, it is possible. Wonder what. Yeah, VWAP on markets, however, does seem to be turning up, but I would rather see the money flow starting to taper more to the green. It's not really doing it just yet. Well, a little bit here. I'm a little bit interested in this one, really. I mean, it would still be a risky play, honestly, because it is bearish, but from a risk to reward standpoint, let's see what this is. It'd be a 2x back to its all-time high. Yeah, I mean, not bad. Or would that be a 3x? Was it 200%? You have to get back through this golden pocket. So you can get a 2x out of it pretty easily if it does get bullish, assuming it doesn't drop down first. I mean, you can't really get below 0.15. I mean, I could put that there actually. So that's your support, and your resistance is somewhere up here at the golden pocket. That's how I'd play it. And the reason why I really want to find a good play is I've got a couple of our members in the chat here while I'm doing this live. I'd like to find something that people can jump into. So I might jump into this one after the video. I think I probably will, just because the only thing I'm curious about is the liquidity on this. We could put it in the DEX tools here. It's worth checking anyway, just to do our due diligence. Okay, so it's not locked liquidity, but I mean, it doesn't mean it can't move. This is considered a personal AI trainer project. Oh, that's good. It has large language model wording. Talks about AI. Connects AI training process and human cognition. Yeah, I mean, it could be a good project. I do like to look at the website just to see, and that's not great there, actually. Anybody could have made this. I guess we can see how active they are here. I don't know how important this is. Apparently they're tied in with MOBY. Yeah, maybe I'm forcing it, trying to find a play. And they've got to be partnered with MOBY or something. They keep reposting their posts. And I have seen that one before, and I just don't know anything about it. MOBY holders can now claim high tokens. Oh, so airdrops from the MOBY community. I mean, that's not great. That may be why it sold off, because there were so many airdroppers. Yeah, maybe I'll do some more study on this one. I don't know. It's just not that great of a project. Doesn't look like to me. Doesn't mean it can't pump, though. Anything can pump. I don't know. You know, it's weird when Bitcoin's weak like this. It just seems like there aren't many plays out there. Yeah, one of our members. Oh, sorry. There is actually a question here. You won't be able to see it, those watching the video. So I'm gonna look at SSNC to see if there's any smart money wallets. And then somebody in our group said that there's no good plays, and that's fine. It's better than getting into plays that are subpar. Yeah, definitely. And that's one thing I like about our group is they're very level-headed, and people kind of watch out for each other and help each other, so that's good. So let's see, what was it, SSNC? Need to make sure I have the right one here. I guess let me know on that if you think that's the right one. 14, well, it's almost 15 cents. Satoshi Sync, is that right? Yeah, that must be right, okay. So we've got 1 trillion, Total supply, fully diluted 145. Oh yeah, this looks pretty good actually. Let's see what the website's like. Yeah, this looks much better. I mean, anybody can make this website too, of course, but it's better better than that other one. Okay, so they have, I don't know, Atomic DeFi, but that's good that they have partnerships. Anyway, one thing we could look at is Crypto Rank and see. Okay, so they are on here. Let's see if they have any VCs. Oh yeah, they do. Okay, that's cool. So they've got ZBS Capital. I'm curious. Can't remember where. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, so that's like a tier 3. Maven Capital is pretty good. I like Cetify. Oh, there's Ape Terminal. That's interesting. That is one that's popped up on our radar lately, but I don't think it's been released just yet as far as tokenization. Yeah, so these pretty good VCs. I mean, they're not the top, obviously, but there's some good ones in there for sure. What else did I want to look at? Team. I don't know if they. The circulating supply, not much out there just yet, just 5%. Unlock in 22 days. FDV 145 million. Yeah, so it's got some room there. And just because they're not, the team isn't doxed, if that's the case, I mean, it doesn't mean much to me. I wouldn't want to be doxed either. You know, obviously people put more weight on that if they are. But a good project is a good project. And I think the thing that really carries a project, especially, is if there is good marketing. And it does seem like they're active, so that's good. We don't have to look too much into that. Okay, so let's look at smart money. Yeah, there is one good wallet. There's a good fund. Well, the fund's not in it any longer. So there was quite a bit of selling that took place less than 7 days ago. One buy by this. I consider this a good wallet, you know, quote unquote good. It's not the best that we have, but yeah, they're still pretty good. Yeah, not bad at all. I think it could keep going from here. Which way is it going though, right? Is it going sideways or is it going up? Hopefully it doesn't go down. That's all we want. Not much we can really tell from, you know, anything like the RSI, but maybe I'll chart this one. Yeah, VWAP is turned up. That's this little yellow area. Smart money. I mean, I keep wanting to call it smart money. Money flow is kind of thin here. It could possibly go into the green. RSI could be turning up there. It's hard to tell on a low time frame like this, though. Yeah, I mean, VWAP does seem like it's turning up, but it's not quite there yet. So I don't think there's going to be a pump happening anytime soon. If it were to happen, neutral on the 3-hour, neutral on the 2-hour, bearish on the 1, and it is a pretty strong bearish signal. But I think that's just because it's at such a low time frame. It's going to fluctuate up and down. Okay, so I think actually this is a pretty good one. Yeah. So one of our members was saying, "Ha ha, up." Yeah, we want it to go up. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you mentioned this one because this is probably the best one we saw so far. So SSNC, just kind of recapping here. ARCX, I think that's one we can look at. Looks, we already talked about many times in our group. HAI is a possibility, but it's just, I'm not real confident on it just because the website looks like, somebody that's new to making websites could have made. Maybe that's the aesthetic though. Maybe they were going for kind of a video game look, and that's fine. Maybe they weren't trying to make it super polished. So I would say if I was putting them in order of the ones that were the best ones we looked at, SSNC, Satoshi Sync, Architects, which is ARCX, and then Haptic AI. I really just like the name Haptic AI. It reminds me of, what's the name of that Ready Player One movie? I read the book before I watched the movie on that, and it reminds me a lot of the 80s, and I had a lot of fun in the 80s, so it kind of hit home. Okay, so I think we'll end it there. Appreciate you two guys joining me. Hopefully you got something out of it, and hopefully the other people that watch this get something out of it as well. Sorry there weren't more plays. I mean, sometimes that's just the way it is. I don't rehearse any of this. I don't do anything ahead of time. I just, I show you my workflow while I'm doing it, and sometimes we can find some early plays, sometimes maybe not. We found desync this way, by the way, so I'm pretty sure either desync or infra were shown on a video before they did their 20x, 30x, whatever it was. And to make 30x in 2 weeks, and I think it was actually 37, but to make that in 2 weeks versus people that don't even make that in a single cycle is just crazy. So yeah, definitely. Thanks guys for joining me, and hit the like, subscribe, all that. And if you want to join our Discord, stuff's in the description down there. You can click on there, find more about it. Or if you want to purchase Nansen, there is that 10% discount code below. All right, y'all have a good one. Thank you for listening to me ramble on. Later.